August 8th, 2025, 6:56 p.m., Congress Street. Caller reporting there is a blue Chevy Equinox sitting in her driveway, and she doesn't know why. She would like an officer to check it out. At 7 p.m., the vehicle was moved along. 9:52 p.m., Food City. Caller reporting there are people doing drugs behind the building. At 9:56 p.m., the responding officer reports there isn't anyone back there, but there is a bunch of trash on the ground in that area. 10:19 p.m., Maple Fields North. Caller reporting there are individuals burning tires in the car wash. August 9th, 2025, 7:04 p.m., Walnut Street. Caller named Kristen saying there was a verbal altercation but would not provide any other details and said she needs an officer to arrive with no sirens on. At 7:19, the responding officer adds a Jonathan to the case. At 7:35 p.m., the officer is transporting him to the hospital for detox. August 10th, 2025, 11:36 a.m., Total Home Center. Employee calling to report that a bunch of their trailers were broken into last night, and they are still trying to figure out how much inventory was stolen. 12:55 p.m., Stoll Street. An officer reporting to dispatch that Sean Humphrey is walking down the street, and he needs an RFA served. 1:04 p.m., unknown location. Caller reporting she found fraudulent charges on her debit card for her nonprofit business. Someone has been consistently using it at Walmart since 2023, and they have spent over $1,600 so far. She only just checked the card because she doesn't use it often. 1:23 p.m., Rugg Street. Caller reporting she was in an altercation and hit by her mother, Ebony. August 11th, 2025, 2:10 p.m., Walgreens. Employee calling to report that Alan Tatro and Stephen Moshter just stole from their store and are on bicycles headed towards Planet Fitness. One of them is wearing a gray tank top and a bandana. 2:12 p.m., Federal Street. AmCare calling dispatch that they were called to the scene for a female having a seizure, and now she is causing an altercation with them, and they need an officer's help. At 2:16 p.m., one of the responding officers reports that AmCare is chasing her through the Lucky Buffet parking lot. Another officer reports he is blocking off traffic until they can apprehend her. If they caught her, I didn't hear it. 2:57 p.m., Market 32/Price Chopper. Employee calling to report there is a male who was just in the store, and he seemed like he was on something. Now he is in front of the store acting like he is tweaking out and is making customers uncomfortable. At 3:04 p.m., the responding officer said the male left upon his arrival. 3:49 p.m., Hathaway Point Road. Caller reporting there are two sedans being driven by juveniles that are all over the road and driving on the wrong side at times. 4:35 p.m., Sheldon Road. AmCare calling dispatch to report that they were responding to a 47-year-old male who was having trouble breathing, but now at a cardiac arrest. At 5:10 p.m., dispatch reports the medical examiner is on the line. Rest in peace. 5:19 p.m., South Main Street. Caller reporting she had a package stolen off of her property. 5:25 p.m., unknown location. An officer asking dispatch for a 99 check on Amanda Mayo. Dispatch confirmed she has a warrant on a $100 bail for retail theft. August 12th, 2025, 1:59 p.m., Lake Street/Maple Fields. Employee calling to report there is some type of altercation happening. Someone tried breaking into Sean Z's apt, and he chased them to Maple Fields. 2:02 p.m., unknown location/possibly related to the Maple Fields case. Caller reporting a black male with dreadlocks wearing a light-colored tank top brandished a gun at people and then took off in a burgundy Honda Civic that is being driven by a white female, and there is another white male with reddish beard in the car. At 2:03 p.m., dispatch confirms the vehicle belongs to a Xavier Zachara. The spelling is probably wrong. Out of Brooklyn, New York, and the vehicle is associated with Lisa Therian. At 2:05 p.m., the caller is in SAPD lobby, and the responding officer is reporting witnesses said they were headed west on Lake Street. Dispatch reports the VIN says it's a copper-colored car, but witnesses said burgundy. At 2:10 a.m. BOL, and a stop and hold was issued over the scanner so that the state police were aware as well. At 2:13 p.m., an officer spotted the vehicle. Tyler Lothian was the passenger in the vehicle. No other information was heard about this. 5:57 p.m., 100, Lake Street. Caller reporting a couple of juveniles came to their apartment and threatened their granddaughter. They have since taken off.